Okay, now what's been happening since I last on here? Well, I was about to start over here. I picked up some rocks. I started picking up the rocks, you can see. And all of a sudden I can hear a beeping going off. Beep, 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 beep. I'm like, what's that? Nothing should be going off in there, as everything was on pretty low and cruising. But I go in, straight after I said everything's, going pretty good. You know how it goes with me and what I've mentioned about call things coincidence and do whatever you want. And this one's for me, going on private only. And for my reference, never going to go on public for a specific reason and for my reason. And so I got the one out of the caravan. It's a 24 watt. It's a different one. I can't use that one to hook up in here, but I can hook it up in there and get solar if I need to charge batteries. I'll have to clean up the solar panels on that, as that is a 24 watt conversion. Right? And the one in here is a 48. It's a bigger one. This one's 2,500, and the one inside is a 5,000. And so I come in here, it's bibbing away, doing the thing like it's done before, everybody. And all of us, it wouldn't stop. Oh, it wouldn't stop bibbing, it wouldn't stop carrying on. Now I've disconnected it. Now this thing here, it's come off here, so it's a thick wire I have to make up so I can reach. My wire wasn't long enough, as I've ordered some more, but it's thicker than what that is. There, I've wired a whole bunch of skinny wires together to make up a thicker wire, and extended it. But besides all that, while I'm waiting for things, as these things tend to be playing up lately, so I'm going to have to do a reho over it. Right? And so what I'm going to do is, while I'm in here, is I'll do a quick show for you. Now you're going to hear a quick spark. If it comes on, it comes on. And when it comes to electronics and it plays up, right, it carries on. Sometimes you just turn it off for a while. Sometimes you can turn it off for 5 minutes, sometimes for hours. Sometimes it needs to be for a few days. Right? And then if it's been off for a while and then you try to go test it, it still does the same problem, it's going to do it. But it would nearly try to fix itself before this thing. But anyway, I'll show you what it does. You're going to hear a spark, as this part here is meant to have a switch like that, but we're ordering 2 of them, as these Chinese switches can't even handle half of what it says it can without having problems. The oil oozes out of it, the spring in it starts playing up, and it just doesn't work properly. Like right now, they seem to get a little hot at the back, but they shouldn't be getting that hot considering they get the current, you know what I mean? But anyway, you can't find what you need when it comes to the people and what you got around you, and definitely the last few years it's getting worse to find exactly what you need. Only businesses seem to get the right equipment, right switches. You go look for a switch that's in a business and try to get it off eBay on the internet and look for it, it's a challenge. And they give you these things and home things, and they're just cheap shit in my concern, and you have to replace them a lot. But anyway, back to down here. Just going to rehook this. You'll hear a spark as I hook it up to the battery. Right. Just going to put you down for a second. Yeah, I'll show you what it's doing. I'm going to order thicker wires. As even though they say they're in the current level, you already ordered twice as heat. You got to go even more when it comes to certain things, and the heat temperature and all that. But what it's doing, it's doing that. Okay? That's off. That's on. It's off. And it's still on. Now before, it was giving us some sort of display showing us all the screens. Now it wants to do that. So it's just having a fit. It has fits every now and then. Anyway, what can we do about it when it plays up? Except you go to another backup. So if I had to rely on this technology, I would have 2 of them. right? Because they play up. Computers for you. That's why when it comes to real reliance and electricity, you want just switch over, switches and stuff to connect things, right? If you can get it to there without so much technology. Because it plays up. Anyway, if it keeps playing up after tomorrow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it apart, probably give it a clean out while I'm at it. And sometimes that helps defuse it. But that's all I can do. And then put it back, and it's going to just waste some time. So the next few days to a week in my spare time, I'll be doing this. Cool. Anyway, I'm going to disconnect that again, because like I said, you can switch off on. You don't turn off. So to defuse it, you have to disconnect it. Now these things aren't cheap, $700 roughly. To replace it would be a big deal. And usually when it comes to solar things, it's usually the converter that plays up first. Alright, I'm just going to put you down for a second. Worst case scenario, I'll hook up until we get a new one. Won't be able to use the aircon, so that's why we got this one here. So you can use the aircon and have everything going as well. But you go to that 2,500. That's roughly what we use when we get everything going. 2,500, you can't have max. You can only use half of what it says. It's just a little over, right? You can use roughly 3,000, 3,500 on a 5,000 system without it getting too hot. See, everything gets hot. They don't say what they are, and they should be given what it is. It should have to take twice as much, but they throw it your way. They say it's cool electronics, but you put up with it's not actually cool, but we'll make it look good. And you go, shit, and what can you do about it? Anyway, it does that with computers and all that stuff too, and that's why I'm not an electronic man. I'm not an electronic man because of how they make money in electronics. So they can make money and so on and let everyone cop the problems while they just have the money and look good. But anyway, I've got a 24 one here. Rock and roll. So if power goes out, thought I'd bring it in just in case. If power goes out, I can easily just hook this up to this one. So hook those wires into here, like that, and hook in the wires that you want to plug in. So I've got one of these without the end on, so I can plug that in and just have it a similar thing how I've done here. I've got directly, and I've got some with some cords because they just power the outside lights and some stuff in the shed. That's what this still is. That's why, because all the rest of it's this wire, but I've got to get a little bit more of that so I can get rid of these. But because they're just for lights and stuff like that, a little bit of power, I just use that for now. Quick, cheap way, so I can just plug in things and use it from here. Besides its own direct wire with the plug, you see. But anyway, I'll leave it there and have a good one, and hopefully I'll get some good news maybe later tonight. So I've just left it so it's just 4 batteries because I've got 8, so you go, that gives us 48 watt, and then you can go 48 watt and then you can put them together and double it, so it's 48 watt longer. That's how it works, if you don't know. Oh, I don't even know why I'm talking like I'm talking to people. Maybe in the future I might show it. How's that? That's why I've got a habit of talking like this now, even though I'm not going to show it just yet. As all it does is cause problems, and definitely when it comes to the sector I'm checking out, and I don't need more problems and stuff like that. So it's best to just keep things quiet while you do things. Anyway, have a good one. I couldn't try that myself and try to rig this up if I tried, unless I wanted to make that wrecked. Right? But I was just telling you what was happening since I last did a video on the 19th. It's the 19th today of the 3rd, 2024. So you see me the gardening one on that, and that's when I was doing. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. Go have a break. I'm hot as the humidity's kicked in. I'm sweating. Right? And I'm gonna leave it there. And if it comes back on that, I'll get to know. But just keep hooking it up to find out. And I'll leave. If I need to get power later on for some reason, if we didn't want to blackout, which I highly doubt it, storms always pass here, I'll hook up this one. But a lot of times when strange things happen, you just give it time, and then all of a sudden they're working again. Have a good one, and bye-bye.